Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm AI. This is AI Collectibles. How's everybody doing tonight? Yo, Omar, what's up, brother? Master Versal, thanks for tuning in, bud. Appreciate it. How's everybody doing tonight? Ah, so today was an alright day. Just more or less chilling, hanging out. Had to go to the dentist today. And I don't love fucking doing it. I hate doing it. It's the worst. Hola, what's up, Adam? How you doing, bud? Sam Rock, welcome, welcome. Thanks for tuning in, bud. So anyways, I go to the dentist. Go for a cleaning. Not too bad. I mean, my teeth hurt, my jaw hurt after the fact, but looking pretty clean, pretty white, so I'm happy about that. But I go in there and I freaking refuse to wear Crocs. I've tried them on once, probably 10, 15 years ago. I think I don't think they're comfortable. I think they're trash. I think they're awful. So I go into the dentist's office and you have to take your boots off before you go in, or shoes or whatever. I mean, it snows here. They want to keep shit clean. I get it. So I go and they have Crocs to wear. Like I would prefer like the slip on, like boot covers. Give me some plastic flip flops. Fuck, next time I'll bring my own, I guess. So I go in there and they got Crocs. And I was like, oh man, I was like, are you kidding me? I'm not gonna get away from this. And they're not comfortable. And me, I'm 6'3". I'm a giant. And of course, I got size 13 feet. So the only Crocs I have that sort of kind of fit but don't fit. So I already have to wear something I don't want. Doesn't fit my feet properly. And I'm going to have my teeth scraped for an hour. I was like, oh, this is turning out to be a rough day, boys. So regardless, I tried on Crocs. Maybe yeah, and I hated them. They're terrible. I don't get it. I don't. They're not comfortable at all. I just give me flip flops any day. Um, so that was kind of my evening before, and then I had dinner, and then I came on to stream. So I appreciate you guys tuning in, showing up. Um, so there's been some news, now the New Year's over, you know, we're a couple weeks into the New Year, so there's been some announcements, some stuff has started to show up. Um, Crocs are on trend allegedly. Oh, absolutely, man. I get it, but I don't because I think they're terrible. I think they're so fucking uncomfortable. I don't get it. It's just whatever. To some people, it's their thing, and hey, I'm not gonna rain on anybody's parade, but it is what it is. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's the new year. Dragon Eyes, what's up, brother? Thanks for tuning in. So there's what Mezco had their 112th day. Oh, and I forgot, it's Friday the fucking 13th, man. So I got my Friday the 13th shirt on. I don't have a mask. I have Casey Jones kicking out back there. I thought about tossing that on, but nah, whatever. So happy Friday the 13th. There's been a lot of pictures and stuff showing up on Instagram. A lot of people are happy about the Friday the 13th and the Jason Voorhees figure, Mezco, and some NECA stuff. There's been some good pictures and stuff showing up online today. Um, so yeah, Mezco had their 112 day. They had, what was it? Was it Black Mamba or Black Adder? Or Friday the 13th, 3 years since '89 Batman. Dragon, are you bringing me out, man? Don't get me on that shit right now. That's not how. I wasn't even gonna talk about Mezco. I just wanted to mention it was 112th day. I wanted to get that shit out of the way. Um, but yeah, there's some heat and contention around the '89 Batman. To each their own, man. Fuck. My opinion on it is, if you don't want it, don't buy it. If you need a refund, contact Mezco. I know their customer service isn't the best. It's probably not the worst. Try dealing with NECA. Again, I love their products. There isn't I'll say this. There isn't a toy manufacturer that doesn't have its issues. Straight up. It's one figure. If people don't want it, take your ball, go home, stop. I don't want to hear about it. It's people are and if you paid full price, yeah, it kind of sucks. But I've collect 1/6 scale figures. There's delays on those. Statues, there's delays on those. There's manufacturing issues. There's delays on every side, man. 3 years is a long time. It's one figure. I don't believe in writing off everything that they're doing because of one figure. I'm sorry, I don't, because I personally think for the price, they're putting out some of the best product at that scale. The soft good clothing, everything. Like I've talked about this even, with my top five. I picked the Mezco Pink Skull set, and I was gushing about it because I now finally feel like they're where I wanted them to be when I first started trying to get into Mezco. I've essentially been mostly a 1/6 scale figure collector, as you can see fucking behind me. Um, and now we're getting figures at that kind of same level, and they're coming out with bangers, man. Like a lot of their in-house figures that they create are fantastic. And I mean, if you don't want to buy into it, don't buy into it. It's that simple. And if you paid an NRD, sorry, man, like it's the price of a pizza, boys. Like seriously, what up, RE fan? How you doing, bud? Um, and that's kind of how I feel about it. If you paid full price, sucks. You're still waiting. If you paid an NRD, it's been 3 years. Contact Mezco, see if you can get that shit back if you really don't want it anymore. But if it comes out and it's a banger, are you going to be kicking yourself? Probably. So, um, yeah, both Vapors were fire. I'm disappointed. I need to go back and try and track down that first Vapor because I think it's a fantastic figure. Again, I've been heavy into 1/6 for years now, man, and I've been, just over, the pandemic and stuff, started sliding a little bit more into 1/12 scale, picking up Marvel Legends. I got into GI Joe classifieds 100% because I was a GI Joe kid growing up, so that's the first line that got me into collecting. And regardless, I think it's the best line that Hasbro is doing, but they don't have to pay those licensing fees up front. So what was the price at the release for 89 Batman? Oh, I'd have to look it up, but I think $110, and it's classified as an MDX. So yeah, and I think if it's an MDX, it was exclusive through Mezco, I believe. If I'm wrong, guys, tell me. But an MDX at this day and age, you ain't paying $110 for. You're gonna be paying $130. It's just with the amount of accessories and stuff that it comes with. It's not going to be a cheap figure. So if it turns up now 3 years later, you're actually getting a discount. So compared to what else there, because everything's rising, prices are raising on everything, man. Even the basic Mezco figure is $95, right? And even that comes with a lot of shit. So I get it. GI Joe got me into 1/12. If I get out of 1/12 at all, it would be for Spider-Man. Yeah, man. And they're doing some great stuff. Yeah, $110. Thanks, Omar. Yeah, it wouldn't come out. It's 3 years later. It wouldn't come out at $110 now. So you paid if you got it through Mezco and you didn't go through PayPal, I understand. If you paid PayPal, you got to pay a full price, but you paid $27.50 US. Again, it's the price of a pizza, boys. You gotta wait. It sucks. Hopefully it comes out and it's a banger, man. And that's the thing. A lot of people forget is they showed it off last year? I don't even know if it showed off at any of the Comic Cons this year, but I believe it was last year and they showed it off. And the cape was funky. The cape didn't sit right on the figure. They probably went back and retooled it. This is just me talking out my ass because I don't really know. But I can assume that's kind of what happened just from the feedback from the community. Yeah, Excuse me, boys. So, anyways, that's kind of my opinion on it. Again, you don't want it, don't buy it. You know, if you don't buy Mezco anymore, then it saves more for the rest of us that do want to buy it, play with it, fondle it, and enjoy it. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about it. Now, let's talk about some announcements for this week. What do we say? Okay, you'd pay 150 now plus exchange rate for Canadian is brutal now. Absolutely, man. And that's the thing. Like when I started getting into like even 1/6 scale figures, I was paying 140 USD, and that's when our dollar was on par. Is when I started collecting these guys. Now Mezco, SHF, MOFX, like they're starting to charge over $100 per figure. But these bad boys, like even a base like 1/6 scale figure from Hot Toys, you can find them cheaper through other manufacturers. I know 30 does figures in that scale a lot cheaper. Like my Power Rangers, I bought the set and I think I paid maybe 100, 105, 110 bucks per figure, which is cheap. But yeah, even a basic Hot Toys figure goes for, I want to say 265 US now. So they're not cheap, man. And again, with our exchange rate, with shipping, you end up paying custom fees. And yeah, like it's not a cheap fucking hobby. So I've dialed back on that and have gone heavy into 1/12 scale figures again. I might even start to minimize my 1/6 collection. So just so I can make room for more 1/12 stuff. But yeah, there was some cool shit that came out for announcement this week. I'm not gonna go through all of it because if you want to, go check out these guys. And Omar, I'm not stealing everything from you guys, but I couldn't find Indiana Jones. He wasn't on Hasbro Pulse, so they had their first Hasbro had their first indie like live stream. I'm not impressed with any of this shit. I mean, and a lot of it seems to be like these ones that they announced all seem to be retailer exclusives, so which is pretty disappointing. I think out of all of them, just out of nostalgia factor, this is the only one I'd be interested in. And I'm not paying, typically we're paying 35, 40, $45 Canadian per Hasbro figure. And yeah, like this one I like. If it shows up on discount, I might grab it at some point, but the rest of the wave doesn't do much for me. I mean, the indie head sculpt I don't think is terrible at this scale. But yeah, I love Temple of Doom. Like I love Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's great. It's a fantastic film and I really enjoy it. But Temple of Doom, like with a lot of people of my generation, it's thanks, brother. I appreciate it. I'm not going off everything, but yeah, like Temple of Doom was the big one for me when I was a kid, and it's a lot darker. Like I rewatched the first two with my wife recently, and Temple of Doom is a lot darker than Raiders of the Lost Ark, but I enjoy it. I loved it, and I think it still holds up. I like the opening scene. They did announce that we're going to get Short Round, which again I'm interested in, but they'll probably charge full price. He's going to be a full price figure, and he's going to be, he's going to be tiny, taller than an Ewok, but what's he going to come with that's going to bump him up to be worth the value of, 35, 40 bucks Canadian. This one, yeah, you're getting single jointed, arms, legs, knees. It's pretty basic. It's the same shit they're doing with their Star Wars Black Series stuff. Like the Black Series stuff is trash. I'm sorry. I think they're doing more innovation on their 3 3/4 line than they're doing in their 1/12 line of Star Wars. And if I'm wrong, I don't think so, but I think it's the same guys that are working on Black Series that's working on these, and they ain't doing nothing for me. Like this guy, yeah, he's got double jointed knees, but still, single jointed arms. For me, if you're going double jointed, I would prefer, unless it's Spider Man, I would prefer double jointed elbows and single jointed knees than the other way around. Because what's this guy gonna do? Is he doing ninja kicks? Is he doing, is he crouching? Is he getting low? I don't think so. But I want the mobility in the elbows, man. I want to be able to, put their hand near their face. But yeah, basic articulation. This line isn't doing anything for me, and the fact that they actually did uh, it as a stream, I was like, okay. What do we got here? Super 7 Busy Town, let's go. Oh, Adam, have you seen the stuff? uh yeah, Goldar ain't doing. Goldar, I think, out of the new Power Rangers looks great, but man, they did Tommy dirty. The head sculpts on Tommy were awful. The paint schemes are not nice. Yeah, it's. I'm not a big fan of Super 7 in general already. Like, I have one left, and that's my Leonardo. I sold off the rest of my turtles. They're, and I like again. I'm not gonna rain on nobody's parade. If you like Super 7, you like Super 7, but it ain't for me, man. I'll put my money elsewhere. um, so and back to Mezco. Pre-orders came out for this guy, and I think he looks great. I know there's a lot of complaints about some reuse. I'm thinking this was the Snake Eyes buck. Otis, are you leaving? Sorry, my dog's in here. Go see Mom. One of them, anyways. But you can tell from the scales on the outfit and stuff, and I think it's great. Like, I already have like a story in my head because I'll probably use him with my GI Joes. He's going to be, an operative, a Navy SEAL, maybe got left behind on a secret mission for the United States, lost an arm, lost a limb. Dr. Mindbender does, signs him up for an experiment. He signs up willingly, tells him he'll give him his arm or his leg back, whatever's missing, right? Uses some snake DNA because, reptilians grow shit back. I don't know, snakes do. But yeah, and he could be like the yin or the yang to Snake Eyes, right? And then when the Snake Eyes comes back, you could throw two of these heads on him, man. Throw the extra head on Snake Eyes. I think it's a fantastic looking figure. Again, it's black, and Mezco does a lot of figures in black. They'll probably do something with a little more color. They'll re-release him in a different shade of color, I'm sure. Like they do with a lot of stuff. But I think it's good, man. Oh, so let's go to the comments here. What do we got? First Tommy review just went up, and yeah, not a great head. Neither one of them are you fan. It's pretty disappointing, man. I mean, rest in peace. But yeah, the head sculpts look like zombie head sculpts, man. Only reason he has double knees is because his legs are reused from Star Wars. They got lazy and made the figure the best articulated in the line. Yeah, man, and he's such a basic figure, dude. Adam, don't yuck my yum. That's what I'm not going into it any deeper, brother. I know you like some of this stuff. I also know you have some complaints, and that's okay. But yeah, it's not a company I plan on supporting in the future. That's a great backstory. POWs have no rights. Mindbender would experiment all day to make a walking snake. See, you are on the same page, man. Trini head is pretty good. I haven't seen the Trini head. I'm glad some of them turned out, but I think, with the passing of Jason David Frank, I don't know, maybe they should have put a little more time into the paint applications on the face. I don't know. But yeah, so we're getting this guy, and then the big thing is Mezco announced their toy fair for this year, and they're going to be running it over 3 weeks. So you're looking at February 7th to 9th, 14th to 16th, and 21 to 23rd, and it'll be more content, like more more exclusives. There's going to be more giveaways, more contests, and more reveals on figures. And hopefully somebody gets some. Hopefully they drop some more info about 89 Batman, and if they are, hopefully they're holding on to it till then. Um, but yeah, so that's it for Mezco this week. What else do we got here? I did want to touch on some of the NECA stuff. See, they got some Jason here because it's Friday the 13th. We got this guy, and he was a great looking figure on the whole. I think I liked the black and white. I was a little sticker shocked. I signed in. I made an account, signed in, was ready to go right when these guys went live. And I figured for the basic figure, no signature, I was thinking maybe $50 US at the most. If you want the signed one, $100 like they did with the Fugitoid, which is okay for me. You know, you're getting a signature on the box, not inside the box. For me, okay, that I could deal with. But the basic figure, great art on the box. Don't get me wrong; it's a slip cover, but I don't think it's worth $100, boys. Once I saw that, I was like, and it's only $20 more to get the signature. So if you were gonna get one, go for the signature, obviously. But I was just, I thought I don't need one with a signature. I'm not a big signature collector. When I got my April, I didn't get the signature version. When I got Fugitoid, I didn't get the signature version because I just planned on opening them anyways. It's a cool looking figure. But yeah, $100 for the basic figure. Sheesh. You're reaching for the stars. And I mean, it's sold out, so there are people that bought it. But I mean, at this point, if you were paying the $100, then you might as well just pay the 120 to get the signatured version. So, um, but yeah, let's see. What do we got here in the contents? Should have had a white GI shirt. For which? I thought, but I regret it. I bought it, but I regret it. Yeah, man. Like, I don't think, did you buy the signed version? Because at least you're only paying $120 more, $20 shipping too. See, to the US, I think it was more to Canada. Um, the black and white Usagi figure was cool, but for the price with the exchange rate to Canada, I passed on it. Yeah, me too, bud. I looked at the price right away and I was like, nope, not interested. The Mezco turtles look fantastic. I talked about them last week though, man, and I'm really looking forward to them. I mean, the JDF head looks like he's really enjoying something. Jesus, Dragon. Too soon, bro. Too soon. Um, yeah, that John was already on. Yeah, already on the boat when he passed. Yeah, that's again. It's sad. It's disappointing. Went way too soon. I am looking forward to the White Dragon, the legacy of the White Dragon that he was in, that he worked in with Bat in the Sun. I know it's going to be cheese, but still, it's going to be something to watch just because of his legacy, right? So it's something I'm still looking forward to seeing. So yeah, I mean, other than that, on the NECA front, they haven't really announced much else. It's yeah, that was it. And again, I was a little shook by the sticker price. Some stuff that was announced today that dropped. Pre-orders went up on 1/6 kit first, and now they're up on 5K. I don't know if they're up on VC Toys yet. I haven't looked, but this guy looks fantastic. Oh my god! And when I originally saw the pictures, I thought it was a 1/6 scale figure, but no, it's 1/12, man. And the way the suit fits, like I hope it looks like even close to as good in hand. But the suit looks great. The suit underneath, like if you have the Mezco Superman, which I don't have on pre-order, which I'm probably going to go back and grab, but having this guy side by side, man. And I also picked up, thanks to Will Flow, I picked up the Grime City phone booth today. I grabbed the last one. He sent me a DM and Instagram, so jumped in there and grabbed it. I think with this guy, it's gonna look fantastic on display. Yeah, it looks great. You get the jacket, you get multiple accessories. The suit looks like it fits nice. I'm assuming you'll just get probably the upper torso with the Superman symbol. I don't think there's going to be much else under these clothes, but I think this looks great. And I pre-ordered mine with 1/6 kit, and the fuck, I don't even remember what it is, but I think it was a $12 deposit for him, and then he says free shipping, but the shipping obviously is included in the price of the figure, and I think it was $90 total. So, um, I know it is a little cheaper on 5K Toys, and I've ordered from 5K Toys, but I hear iffy stuff on their customer service where 1/6 kit I've been dealing with before he even had his online store. Like I was buying stuff from him when he was on eBay back in the day, and I've always reached out to him if I had issues, and his customer service was great. So I tend to go back to the well where I'm treated well. So, and I've had issues in shipping. I've had a figure come with a broken arm, and he just sent me a replacement body. He's super responsive. There's a bit of a language barrier, so sometimes his responses might seem a little cold, but they're not. It's the language barrier, right? They're based in Asia, so yeah. But their customer service is great. They ship quick, man. Like I have a figure shipped out last week, and it's already here in Canada. I'm just waiting for it to make its way to Canada Post to make its way to me. Yeah, it's up on VC Toy Box. I'm not sure what the price is on it. 5K had the liquors in stock this week. I know RE fan, and I looked. Did you order any? Because I think they look fantastic. I think they're 50 or $60 US plus shipping to Canada. With exchange rate, I'm probably looking close to $100 a piece. So I'm trying to debate on how bad I want it, the liquors, because I feel like if you get one, you have to get two, like I did with the cops, the zombie police. Um, let's see here. Just going through the comments, 5K had the liquors. Yeah, man. Like, Omar, this looks fantastic, dude. I'm really looking forward to it. I pre-ordered this guy instantly. It's cheaper on 5K Toys. Here, the soft goods alone justify the price. Absolutely, man. You're not gonna find soft goods in this scale that well detailed. Like everything seems to fit the buck nicely. So, oh no, I was talking between 5K and VC. I've never dealt with 1/6 kit. 1/6 great, man. I've been dealing with them for probably 15 plus years now. So, and like I said, he's super great, super responsive in emails, and he's great about getting back to you. I ordered 253 each plus $10 shipping. That's in the US. So I think I'm paying $25 or $27 US for shipping to Canada, which raises that price, and then with exchange, right? I assume 1/6 kit was for 1/6 figs, my bad. VCS Toys has the Clark for 95 shipping calculated when it arrives in stock. Yeah. Again, 1/6 kit was 1/6 figures, and that's why I originally was dealing with him, was for custom parts when I was doing kit bashes of 1/6 figures. Um, but he's over the last year or two, he's gotten into the 112 figures, the imports, and he's also started selling hot toys as well on his site. So again, great place to deal with. I hope they're good. Should be here early next week. Well, I'm looking forward to that, man. Are you gonna do a review? Because I want to see how they turn out. Oh yes, I've seen the post for this figure. I think it looks good there. Yeah, I think it looks fantastic, man. Um, what else do we got here? These guys now. I watched the first Avatar last weekend with my wife because she's not a big sci-fi person and she never watched the first one. So we sat and watched it last weekend, and she was like, "Oh, I really like that," and I was shocked because she doesn't like a lot of the shit that I like the nerdy stuff. She's more into like yoga and like holistic healing, and and that's cool, man. That's great. But for me, it's not for me. I dabble here. I'll do some yoga with her sometimes, keep her happy, but she's not into the nerdier side of shit that I am. But she has more recently starting to get into it, and I was shocked. I was shocked when she sat down and actually enjoyed this movie. But we haven't gone to see the second one yet, and I really want to. Now, hello there, highly articulated's in here. Uh, let's see what else. So yeah, they showed off. They announced the Jake Sully and Natari, I think her name is. But these look fantastic, man. They also showed them on some of their flying creatures, so maybe eventually we'll get those in 1/6 versions as well. But I think these look fantastic. Yeah, they really nailed it. Like I think their Jake from the first movie still holds up. I still think it's a great looking figure. I've never had it personally, but I've had two friends that have owned it, and I've actually seen it in real life, the first version, and it's a great figure. So it's nice we're getting a new version of Jake and we're getting more characters. So, but yeah, she looks beautiful. Um, Trying to see where they show the ones with them riding their beasts. Oh, right there, right in front of me. But yeah, I don't know if we're gonna see these, but I can't see it being that expensive. Is it much bigger than a speeder bike? Like they released with Mando. So, but yeah, the detail and stuff on this guy is phenomenal. But again, it's a 1/6 scale figure, so you're paying a premium price for this beast. And if these come too eventually for pre-order, they'll look great, but you're gonna need a lot of room, man. If you think those naked gargoyles take up too much room, this thing's gonna be huge just because of the wingspan, right? But I think it looks really good. So, what else do we got on the docket here? Some other stuff I wanted to talk about. So these guys, and no, Adam, I haven't ordered one yet. I do have the exclusive one in my cart at Collectibles, and I'm probably gonna click buy. But I'm, I think out of all the new toy lines, these guys have me most interested. I think they look great. I like the shiny paint scheme on the armor on some of them, like even this guy, like the highlights on it. And what you see here is very similar to what we're getting. Like this looks great. Like here's a box of them right there. And this is them putting them together, packaging them, getting them ready to ship out. And if you've watched any of the videos, I think Toy Bro and Unparalleled has done unboxing on these guys. They look great, man. And yeah, Adam, you might have me on these guys. Damn it. At least a couple of them for now. This guy really intrigues me. I want this guy just because of his size. And it looks like he's super posable compared to like bigger figures that we've gotten even from Hasbro, like the the new one we're getting, the Build-A-Figure, and then based on the Rhino body, or not even Rhino body, I think it's the Abomination body that they reused for Rhino. But, again, the articulation on that guy's not great. He's a big, beefy guy, which is, what I like in my figures, but not very posable. And this guy looks super posable, man. And I like the look of him aesthetically. I like the look of the armor. So, man, you might have me on these guys, dude. They're great. I've seen the big one articulating amazingly. Yeah, dude. Like I'm admittedly blown away with the range of articulation on these figures, and I really like the paint schemes on them. I think they're great. So yeah, I'm planning on clicking, my cart and yeah, cashing out on these guys because I'm pretty impressed with what I'm seeing. They're pretty great. Like, look at this guy. And this is just basic. I imagine, once we get these in hand, we'll push the articulation more on them, right? So, and then Collectibles got these guys in early. I have mine pre-ordered already through GameStop. I have this set and the other 3-pack. But if you want them now, I haven't looked, so they might be sold out now. But earlier today, I believe these were still available online. So if you're in Canada and you're looking at getting these and you want to get them quick, then I would suggest hitting Collectibles because he's got these. Also, he announced some other stuff that's coming in, and there's other guys that have them coming up next week as well. I believe DGC Collectibles. I have the Crow pre-ordered through Collectibles. Again, another great Canadian online e-tailer that I've dealt with a few times over the last few years. So, and yeah, I went for this guy through them because they were the cheapest. I think they were $130. So I pre-ordered this guy through them. But they also have the Sentinel Miles Morales up there again. So if you missed out on that, and then Spider Gwen and Spider Ham. So yeah, this guy I'm definitely looking forward to. I got my 78 points of articulation rooftop dio next to me, so I plan on doing some shots with this guy and incorporating that. Yeah, but I'm really looking forward to that Crow figure, man. He looks beautiful. So what else do we got here? I got like 6 of them Spiro first wave PO'd already. Man, I need to. I stepped away for 1 minute. Oh, it's all good, brother. And then do it. Do it. Oh man, I'm gonna at least grab a couple just to get them in hand and kind of see how they are for my personal, use. But yeah, and I think that's it. That's all I got for kind of the news on stuff that I'm looking forward to that's coming out currently. I did pick up this little fucker, and I'm pretty impressed with him. I'm not gonna lie. Like, look at this guy. Man. See, the mirrored camera always fucks me up. Like, I see people do it on streams, and I'm like, why do they look like they're struggling? And that's why. Come on, zoom in, man. There we go. So yeah, this guy looks great, man. He's a beautiful figure, and I don't know why they're not focusing on him. Come on. Let's go. Anyways, those of you who know have seen it. But I think he's a badass little dude, man. I mean, yeah, I shit on a lot of manufacturers doing single jointed, elbows and knees, but it still articulates well. I think the paint applications on this guy, like, I wasn't even gonna get him. I've seen everybody get him. I saw the size and I hummed and fucking hawed. And I was like, nah, I'm not gonna get him. I got enough turtle shit. I'm about to do the Bill Murray customization on that dude and give him thigh swivels. Yeah, it's again, you're not no thigh swivel. You're not getting like he ain't doing a T pose or like the splits. I guess that's as far as you're getting them. So if you want to do some kicking motions, this is how I did it, off to the side kind of and up, just to get it look like he's kicking. But yeah, I'm pretty blown away just by the amount of detail and paint apps on this guy. The sculpting, especially in the scale, him being a smaller figure. Like I did a review on him yesterday. I put him beside the Super 7 and the NECA versions of Leo. And I mean, get it. Those are more based on animated versions of the figures. So, but still, this guy kills it, man. He is a gorgeous figure. I got to figure out I got to pull some pliers and get the chains attached to the end of these. Because he comes with some nice chains as well, but they're not connected, and there's holes on these in the kanai. So if you got a pair of pliers or whatever, you can attach them to them. So, but yeah, and I didn't pick up much this week. I got like this guy came in. I got some stuff on the way. I got some stuff that's about to be released. I ordered some props from, is it Grime City or Grim City here in Canada off Etsy. So I ordered, what the hell did I order from him? I don't even remember now. Ordered some crates, some unpainted crates, and something else. I ordered 2 items. I can't remember what the second item was. But yeah, I figured it was cheaper to buy the unpainted versions. He does great paint applications on that stuff, but yeah, I'll paint them up myself. I like to delve a little bit into painting. I'm not very good at it. I don't know. My buddy says I'm not too bad, so I'll paint them up myself. But yeah, I grabbed some crates, and then I went on there to look for the telephone booth when Willflow originally posted it, and it was sold out. But yeah, he just opened up a PO for 3 more, so I think it doesn't come out until February. But yeah, I jumped on the last one. It's not cheap. It's like $240 Canadian, but it has a light feature to it, and he paints it up, and I think it looks great, man. Yeah, the phone booth, bro. I went in. Will Flow's been tempting me with those pictures, man, and it looks great. Yeah, I bought some necklace clasps to add to the chain. That's a good idea, man. I might actually do that. Um, but yeah, I grabbed the phone booth. I did pick this guy up. I don't have a lot of Masters of the Universe. I do, again, I have the Mondo He-Man, not the one that had the limited window to pre-order. I got the one that they announced with the more basic version that they announced with Battle Cat. When I pre-ordered Battle Cat, I grabbed the He-Man too. So hopefully the waste problem that they're having on those are fixed by the time we get that version. But yeah, I was in Walmart last week, or no, earlier this week, and I walked in. I wasn't gonna order this guy, but I was interested in them. So I do love He-Man from when I was a kid, but I don't have a lot of He-Man figures. I have a few of like the classic figures, but I wanted something that was more scale wise with the rest of the 1/6 figures that I have. So, and he's got the thigh cuts. I I wanted the exclusive with like the flocked loincloth and boots, because I feel like the plastic, it does have some give, but it's still, to get those deep poses and to get them to even kick forward, that's about as far as you're getting. And even sideways, like you can almost do the splits, but not quite. But I would have liked to have the diecast weapons that the exclusive came with, but again, it sold out right away. So, and I'm not paying the aftermarket prices because I'm fucking cheap. And it's funny. I know you look behind me. It's like, are you cheap, dude? I am. Like, I'll buy stuff, but I won't pay above retail. And if I can pay less than retail, I will. That's why I have so much shit. And I'm a little irresponsible, let's be honest. But my bills are paid and I ain't got no credit card debt because of it. It's just something I enjoy. Yeah, the Comic Con set's amazing. I'm sure it is, man, and I want it. But again, it sold out pretty quickly, so it was not in the cards for me. There's just too much other good shit coming out, man. So yeah, this week I pre-ordered that Crow, so hopefully he's in next week, possibly. So looking forward to that. Um, yeah, being cheap is the only way. It's funny because I say I'm cheap. I'll go buy $35 on a figure, but I won't go spend money on socks and underwear when I'm supposed to. I'm sure we all go through that shit. It's like you walk into the store and you're like, oh, I should get some new socks, maybe some underwear, maybe some new undershirts. No, I'm going to go buy this $40 action figure instead because I'm a big retarded child, apparently. If you listen to any of the slack that some of us have been getting for being adults, which is ridiculous. We're not all. My collection is in the basement, but I don't live with my mom. I'm not a shut-in, kind of, but more by personal choice. But I just enjoy this shit, man. I like my little toys. They're great. And I'm sitting here talking on stream with you guys. I'm having some honey jack, talking shit about toys, man. And that's, I don't know, that's what I like to do. And when I get off here, I'll probably jump on and play Warzone with some of the guys in the community, or I got friends that I play locally with. I got some buddies in the States that I've played with for like 20 years, and none of us are good. We're all old, and we just jump on and play Warzone, and we have some fun. But yeah, I was able to pick some of these guys up a couple weeks ago. They were on sale for $15. And usually when you get their bikes, is it Masto or Mestizo? I'm not sure how to say that. So if somebody knows, correct me. But these usually they're 1/12 scale bikes. Don't scale with 1/12 scale figures. Usually it's their 1/10 bikes, but these are their build the bikes. So it comes in pieces, has some die cast parts. Win or Lose posted about these, so I walked into Winners and grabbed a couple. So I got this bike. They're $15, man, and they fit perfectly. And it takes less than 10 minutes to build. Um, I grabbed this dirt bike, and it's pretty cool, man. It's got some die cast parts to it. It's held together with like 3 screws, so a lot of it just snaps together. But everything works. And I think, kind of the detail and stuff for a $15 bike and the fact that it scales well with 1/12, it just really works. It's hard to find 1/12 scale vehicles that scale. Like even the McFarlane bikes that we got were too big because they're more for like 7.5 inch scale figures. But these are perfect, man. And it's a fun little project. Takes 10 minutes to put together at the most. Unless you're some people who can't put MODOK together, just saying. But no, they're just fun little builds. They're great to take snapshots with other figures. Yeah, they're nice looking little accessories. Um, what's Adam say here? My mother-in-law lives with me. Yeah, hey man, mine don't. It's just me and my wife and my 2 dogs. My kids are grown. They're 20, early 20s, both of them, and got a granddaughter. So I definitely delved more into my action action figure collecting more in my later years. And I've talked about it on stream before. Talked about it with Adam. As I get older, where does it stop? I don't know, man. I'm definitely slowing down a bit, but it's not stopping. Putting Kevin on blast with that guy. Not on blast, man. It was a fun poke. It was just a fun tease, man. But seriously, it takes like 10 minutes to muck around with and build, man. It even comes with like a tiny little screwdriver to put it together. And if you got kids, Kev, like Adam, if you guys sit down and want to build something with your kids and kind of incorporate them with it, this is something simple that you could do with your family. But yeah, they're just fun little builds, and they're cheap. They're $15 a piece. So, and they look and scale really well with 1/12 scale figures. So I really like them. But yeah, that's kind of it. That's second trailer for Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumanium came out this week, and holy shit, man, Jonathan Majors, don't sleep on that dude. The movie looks fantastic. The more they show of it, the more I can't wait to see it. We're getting our first real taste of Kang, and this is the Kang the Conqueror version. There's been multiple versions of Kang, and as he explained, if you watch Loki, there's multiversal versions of Kang. So this isn't the first version we're getting, but he does look badass. The suit looks fantastic. I can't wait, man. I hope it's not bad. I just hope it's not bad. But here's the thing: a lot of people shit on the Ant-Man movies, and I like them. And I've said this before in streams. I like all the Ant-Man movies. I think they're fun. I enjoy Paul Rudd as a character. I enjoyed him in Endgame when he came back. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one, and I'm looking forward to see how Jonathan Majors does. He was also in a recent movie called Devotion. It's about fighter pilots back during World War II, I think. So I might watch that after I get off here with the wife and see how that is. But I haven't seen anything with Jonathan Majors in it that I don't like. So looking for it. It's coming out quick too, man. Like February 17th, I think, is when the new Ant-Man and Wasp come out. So I hope it's not a dud. Because that last trailer, I was like, oh, man, that shit's fire. And I just think, like, the world, like, the Quantumanium just looks trippy as hell, man. And I'm curious to see, what we're going to get in that trailer. Or what we're going to get in the movie that they haven't showed us in the trailer. Yeah, has been a great. Yeah, I really enjoy them, man. And they might not be the top tier Marvel movies. I'm thinking mid tier, but highly enjoyable, man. And that's the thing. Like when people shit on Marvel, I don't think Marvel's done a bad movie because I think even their worst movies are still decent movies. Everybody might not love them, like Thor. What was it? The second one I can't remember. The Dark World, but I enjoyed it. You know, is Iron Man 2 a great film? No, but I enjoyed it. Is the Fast and the Furious 10 fucking movies any good? No, but I fucking enjoy them. It doesn't have to be a great film to be enjoyable, right? So, but yeah, that's kind of all I got. Again, I didn't have any real pickups this week to go through. Oh, and I did want to mention this because I do have these little accessories that I pick up here and there. It's usually random shit. Sometimes it's dollar store finds. Let's get that out of there. So this is my quick little do up jobby. So I got some of these Tech Deck garbage cans or tin cans with the fire. So what I did was I grabbed some of these candles, and I think they're pretty cool, man. It fits in nicely, and it gives like that burning effect. And I just throw it back in there, close her up. Might be a little hard to see because of the light, but you can see it's flashing. So if you wanted to take pictures or whatever, throw that in your backdrop. It kind of looks like the fire's burning, right? Yeah, I think it's pretty cool, and they actually fit in between here perfectly, and they're just like cheap dollar store candle lights. So, what's Dragon Eyes say here? I mean, all the Ant-Mans have been better than Iron Man 3. See, and I'm in the camp that likes Iron Man 3, dude. I love that shit. But I'm a big Shane Black fan. Like, if you haven't seen Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, it's easily like in my top 5 favorite movies of all fucking time. Up there with True Romance. True Romance is another really good movie. uh, yeah, thanks, Omar. It's just little things like that, man, to spice up your display when you're taking pictures. Like here, you can see it light up and it like flickers, right? So, and it fits in there perfectly, right? Um, but yeah, I'm in the camp of people that like Iron Man 3 better than Iron Man 2. So I enjoy the comedy aspect of it, but I always think Shane Black's great. Like there was a film he did with Ryan Gosling and who's like Russell Crowe called Nice Guys that I thought was great. The Predator movie he did was shit, but that's unfortunate. Prey was fantastic, so some wrongs were righted, but it wasn't Shane Black. But Shane Black does good shit, man. He also had a hand in the original Predator, and he was on in the cast of the original Predator. And I'm not sure, I'd have to look, but I think he even has some writing credit on that. So the guy knows how to write clever dialogue, and I really enjoyed Iron Man 3 personally. But I also like the Extremis version of the comics. So, oh yeah, the Nice Guys was good, dude. It's a great film. I really enjoy it. It's pretty funny, man. But I like kind of the darker, twisted comedies. It's great. I also recently watched Amsterdam, which I really liked. It's with Isaiah Washington, Margot Robbie, and Christian Bale. And Christian Bale plays like a wacky character. They're both war vets. He's got a glass eye, and yeah, Margot Robbie's a bit of a nut, but it's a lot of fun. Kind of like an alternate, like reality kind of thing, based on history. But I really liked it. I think Shane Black got foxed when it came to the Predator. They redid his movie after it was done. Yeah, and again, like we've seen studios dig their hands into movies that they shouldn't have. I think DC's finally learning. Like the first Suicide Squad, I hear there's very different versions of that film, and the one we got was not good, unfortunately. Is that on HBO Max? The Predator? I don't know if it is, man, because I'm in Canada, so we get the budget version of HBO Max. So we get Crave, which has all the HBO Max content, unless for licensing reasons, sometimes some of their stuff shows up on Disney Plus or Amazon Prime. Oh, Amsterdam. It's on Disney Plus here in Canada. So it might be, and I think Disney Plus for a streaming thing is probably the best streaming thing that we have going. I think it's got some of the best content since they bought out Fox. So, and also I had another little do-it-yourself thing. So I thought this was cool. Here, let me get off my side. But my wife bought me a new razor, their beard trimmer, for Christmas, and it comes with this little pouch. But when I opened it up, of course, my twisted head thinks, man, that would make a great 112 body bag. So I'm not going to put my shaving shit in here. I'm going to use this as a body bag for photos. And, you know, I'm starting to get a little more into the photos. I wouldn't say I'm fucking great by any means, but I'm learning, and I think I'm getting a little better. I think personally I've seen some growth and some progress from some of my earlier stuff. So, yeah, man, I think it's a perfect body bag. I got the zombies, the Resident Evil ones that were on 5K Toys. I got 2 of those. So, thinking about doing a shot, have one of them sitting up out of this. I think that would be pretty fucking cool. So, just as a display piece, right? But yeah, I thought of a body bag. So, I don't need to put my shaving shit in there. I'll just throw them in my other to go, bag. I got a little bag that when we travel or whatever, I bring my shaving cream and, because I fucking shave so much, but I like to clean up my neck. Bring shaving cream, deodorant, toothpaste, toothbrush, shit like that. And I have like my little clips for my razor, for my beard trimmer that I throw in there. So I was like, well, I'll just throw them in there and I'll keep this as a body bag. So, but yeah, that's about all I got today. I wanted to give everybody, just a special thanks for showing up. Thanks for being lively in the chat, commenting. I really do appreciate you guys that show up on the regular. And, I don't do this for any money. I don't plan on ever doing this for any money. I do this for me. I do it for fun. I do it for the people that tune in. And honestly, at the end of the day, I just try and give my own honest personal opinion about shit. I'm the same way with my reviews, and I just give my personal honest opinion about it, and that's all. And I try to stay true to that. And Omar, if you're still in there, I appreciate you, motherfucker, because sometimes I question myself, right? And sometimes these dudes, they give you a little bit of hard love and just tell you, don't fucking care. Who gives a shit? And that's right, man. I don't care. I do this for me, and I do this for the people that tune in and want to hear what the hell I have to say, and I try to stay true to that. So, I don't plan on ever doing a Patreon or anything like that. I just like to come on here and talk toys, man. And if you guys have the time and you're here on Friday nights and you want to tune in and give me a holler, then come in, man. Say hey. And check out some of my reviews. Check out some of my content, because that's the stuff I enjoy doing, man. I like doing my little reviews. I got my little setup here. When I get something new in, I don't review everything I get, but I try to review the stuff that I get in hand and I really freaking enjoy. So sometimes my reviews might be a little on the positive side. So maybe I should review some more stuff I don't necessarily love out the box, just to give that opinion on. But even on my opinions of stuff that I like I'll still be honest about what I don't like about the figure, right? So anyways, thanks guys. I appreciate you. I'm signing out. I'm probably going to go watch a movie with my wife. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for dropping in, leaving comments, and sitting with me on your Friday night while I have a drink and talk some bullshit about toys. I appreciate you guys. And